And we're live. Wasn't that fancy? Slide right on in on that. I like that though. Brian, you missed it. We had a fancy intro and a countdown and going live and everything. Oh, how are you all today?
Good.
I was saying before we went live, I apologize about last week. I was all ready to do a show finally, and then I forgot it was Mother's Day. So that was my mistake. I didn't think we had plans, and then I was told I was wrong. So what have you guys been up to? Anything new this week? I know Mark's been busy. He's been sending me lots of pictures.
I mean, I built the snake.
You did? Oh, hold on. You put them on the big screen. Oh, let's go.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Nice. So what did you end up making him as far as like, how big's that brick tunnel? How wide is that?
Maybe 8 studs.
Cool.
I've got these pieces.
Okay. Yeah, those are 4s. So yeah. So he's inside. He's putting him inside of that 8 stud radius circle there.
Yeah, I drilled a hole in it, and I had a 2x2 with a Technic piece on it. So I was able to kind of snot build him.
Nice.
Is it completely static, or does it have moving pieces? Does it slide in and out, or the jaws open and close?
No, it's fixed. The design was originally made to replace the rubber puppet that dry rotted with the original set, and I just scaled it down to use with this, and I like it.
The original vintage version was actually you put your hand in it and you move it with your fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a puppet.
Sweat from your hands and with salt and water is going to deteriorate the rubber. I mean, it's doomed to fail anyway. And I built ray bar.
Oh, nice. Hold on. Put them on the screen too. He's got the sword.
And I built a shadow beast.
I like that.
Now you need to make more.
And they are taller than the Mega Construx figures, but I think they're really supposed to be.
That's what I was gonna say. So yeah, they were taller in the show, and you made them taller than the figures.
I've done Lego vines. Well, vines with Lego studs.
Nice. So those vines click down on a stud.
Yes. After I added a Lego piece to it.
I got you.
And I have Lego tentacles.
Those are cool.
Yeah, that's what should have been in the dungeon of Castle Grayskull.
Yeah. And I've got 2x2s glued round plates glued to those. But that's about it.
So that's a vintage set you're building there, Nate?
Yeah, this is I've thrown the box away, but so we're always talking about what other themes you can do. One of the theories. Okay, so themes. What other Lego or not Lego? What other Mega Construx themes can you get parts from that easily work with the MotU theme? And one of them is the Monster Highs.
Definitely.
So this one is it's kind of a crypt with a graveyard and some fence, and then it's got a dance floor. But I was going to take the dance floor out. Because I was going to use it just for parts. Because I've been picking a lot of these up.
It's only a
parts.
dance floor if people are dancing on it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, maybe I'll leave it in there for Skeletor, but the whole idea is I've
a lot
picked
of those sets at Tuesday
dozens of
morning.
these up for parts.
Yeah, you remember the World of Warcraft when they had the World of Warcraft sets?
Yep, I got a bunch of those too.
Those are. I'm not really sure how I took how to take the response, but I had at one time in the past mentioned that all the World of Warcraft figures I have would work well as the townsfolk of Eternia, and I wasn't sure if someone was taking me as being facetious or their response was being facetious. But it's almost like, did I say something wrong? I kind of figured everyone had that same idea.
Yeah, a lot of them were half humans anyway.
Right.
Yeah, why not?
They had elves and dwarves, and then a lot of them were, like, what was his name? Coltrane or Conrad or something. He was a human. But then they had some of those, like they had a wolf, like a werewolf character, and then like a were buffalo. I don't know what you would call that.
Yeah, I remember.
But it was some sort of a beast person. He was like part buffalo, and like they seemed completely at home in the. They would they would fit quite well in the Masters of the Universe realm.
They actually had a blimp in that line that you could probably convert to Hordax Doom Balloon.
He had a balloon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I barely remember.
Are we buffering?
That. Well, maybe you are. I don't know.
Sounds like it was smooth for me.
You're building the Monster High set, Nate?
I am. I'm just going to go ahead and straight build this graveyard because I like the way. I want to see what this crypt looks like with all these neon parts on it.
Those black plates are cool. I don't think I have those from any other set.
Yeah, these are huge.
I wonder if those are only in that one.
That's a good question. See, I wish they had a catalog because I can show you here. I like this book. It's got the parts in it, but in the back it's got a. You can't see it, but I'll give you the
black plates.
show.
Those black plates would look great around Grayskull to represent the bottomless pit.
There you go.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I wonder if they are. I swear I've never seen those before. Actually, I'm gonna ask him. Ask Emmanuel in Canada. He'll know.
Yes. God, that man's gonna have an awesome cataloging in a shop when he's done.
Yeah.
I keep seeing his posts, and I'm like, when are you gonna open the store?
So Nate, how many plates is that? That's two of the bigger ones, and is it two
big ones and one of those? Yeah, it's kind of a medium size. It's like a 10 by.
That's cool. Yeah, I didn't know those were in there.
High sets relatively cheap on eBay.
Monster High?
Yeah.
Not what you want them to be. I think they maybe were back when they were on clearance in more places, but I also haven't. To be fair, I haven't looked a lot recently, but they did go up.
Yeah, they kind of like Brian was just saying, they came out, they hit clearance. Oh, Chris dropped out. Sorry, Chris. They hit clearance, and then all of a sudden, then they started climbing in price again. Like now, they're starting to get rare, and people are starting to realize what the parts can be used for. So, don't know. But
What happened
they
there?
are.
I don't know. I think that was you.
Yeah, I don't know. You dropped out.
Yep, right.
The rest of us stayed here. So Nate, is that called like Graveyard Dance or something? What's the name of that set?
Oh,
Probably don't put it on there. They're weird like that.
yeah, because I tossed the box.
Okay. I'll figure
It
it out.
might be Graveyard Dance. I mean, are you looking up a list of parts or
I'm
sets?
just looking at eBay just to see what it goes for.
Yeah, I'll show you. Parts to look for be this thing.
Graveyard Garden Party. That sounds right.
It's got this.
Yeah, there's another one with a music box too.
That's got lights and sound.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
What-
got lights
wow.
and sound on this.
one little box.
I don't remember that being a part of any Mega Block set.
No, they do in there. There's at least 2 of the Monster
Okay.
Island.
So applying that feature, it's very possible that they probably won't, but it would be nice if they could use that same feature with the Snake Mountain, and instead of having the voice changer thing, have it have like 5 different sounds or voices that would come out, because it would be in that same theme.
That's a good
There was
point.
There was that little that walkie. It was like a walkie-talkie thing with the voice changer, and you talked into the back of the werewolf head, and then
it was
it
like
made this scary echo voice.
alien scary voice.
Right. That instead, but see, it would work best if, what are they are they endorsing the original Filmation Masters of the Universe, the Revelation Masters of the Universe, the comic book? Because it would always be like the talking Optimus Prime. He said like 5 different famous phases or phrases from the movie, and you would press the button. He would say, "Megatron must be stopped," and all the different catchphrases of Optimus Prime. I'm wondering, what famous phrases would be said if it was like 5 different. You push the button and a different phrase comes out. Where would that phrase come from? Would it just be like scary music, a maniacal laugh, Skeletor calling someone a boob?
Who knows? I don't know.
Is there
Probably aren't
is
that
there
lucky.
is there a site similar to BrickLink that you can look up part numbers for Mega Construx pieces?
That's what Nate was saying.
No,
Not a big one. I think somebody started one at one point, but there's no way it's comprehensive.
yeah, I don't think. I don't think Mattel or Mega even has it, do they?
I mean, it makes you wonder what all the BrickLink stores does with their lots when they get like Mega Construx pieces. I mean, do they just trash them, or
Yeah,
Yeah, they either trash them. The good ones donate them. Honestly.
yeah, they're not interested in selling those.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I tell everyone, like everyone around me knows, if they find Mega, to just let me have it. I mean, I'll throw you a couple of dollars, or get you a Lego poly bag or something for your time of sorting it out. But a lot of guys in my Lego group, I get the Mega blocks for free. Like both the stores I go to, my bricks and minifigs stores.
Nice.
Yeah, because it just comes naturally. You'll never not get it mixed in with your Lego. So.
I mean, when you get lots, you don't know what kind of ratio you're going to get with,
No.
Lego to Mega Construx or anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, folks sit there and tell you it's all Lego, but it's not.
Well, they're always going to have those little tiny words on the brick somewhere.
Okay, so we're talking about Snake Mountain a little, which I know some people were. What do we got? 3 repaints in there and 4 new figures.
Yeah, Jimmy, hold on. I had was going to share that image and then we could talk about them. Oh, let me bring it up. I had it saved. I had a really nice one saved on my Facebook, and now I can't find it.
It's the toy version of Trapjaw, because he's got the black legs and the mechanical arm. The Filmation
Right.
version was the one that was at magenta pink, and then the Evil Lyn is identical to the first Evil Lyn we got. That was the yellow skin version, the toy version. Only instead of having the multiple pieces you put together to make her scepter, it's just one of those stick with a ball at the end projectiles that
Right.
shoot out of the like the Talon fighter has those red or they're blue projectiles.
Yeah.
She's holding one of those, so like that's kind of a downgrade. I really wanted her.
It makes you thankful that you bought redundant figures.
Yeah.
There
Well,
we go.
how hard was it to find her?
Well, I think she's either mini comic, like I think I said earlier. There's yellow mini comic, and then there's yellow or Mattel, and then there's mini. I'm mixing that up.
Probably side by side. It looks like it's possible that the shade of blue that they used is slightly different, because with a different run, I think they're going to purposely going to try and make a slight change, for the variation collectability of it. But at first glance, I look identical, but I don't know if it's lighting. I mean, obviously, there's a difference between the two different Trapjaws, but the Prince Adam, is it just a slightly different shade of reddish pink, maybe maroon for his tunic? But other than that, he looks identical. I'm not sure, like, it's a different shaped sword? Is it the Castle Grayskull sword or the standard issue sword? And I definitely noticed that Evil Lyn is holding, it's a stick with a ball at the end. It's not even a scepter.
Yeah. But so what? Some people aren't happy that there's a few repaints, but it's still 4 kind of brand new characters or versions of characters. I wouldn't have minded more repaints, because I wouldn't mind having doubles of all the new characters in there.
I'm kind of on the same level, because if they would have put all new figures in there, not everybody's going to be able to afford a Snake Mountain, and that would be the only way you could get those figures.
Yeah, and I think I'm probably only going to buy one. So
Yeah.
So I'm not. I don't know. Some people are like, oh god, the Trapjaw and the Evil Lyn, oh, they're terrible. I'm like, well, I would have been okay if they went the Castle Grayskull route, where it was one new figure and 4 or 5 repaints. So they look great. I'm happy that we're getting them one way or the other, but I'd still rather have them not be exclusives like that.
Yeah, see, when I, before I saw the images, when I heard that they're releasing another Evil Lyn, I was wondering, was it going to be the version where she's not wearing her headdress and you can see she has short white hair, but she's, as far as I could tell, nearly identical.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Some kind of change. But...
Yeah, remember that episode where her and Tila teamed up for one episode?
Yeah, I do remember that. Was there a package that had Screech and Evil Lyn in the same vintage line?
Oh, right. Yeah. Screech is just going to be a repaint of Zor.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to, at some point, getting a, spread wings version of the bird, where someone told me that Mega Bloks they already have somewhere in their archives a Mega Bloks bird of some sort, an eagle or a hawk or something, that all they got to do is put it in either Screech or Zor's colors. They already have the eagle. Are you familiar with that, or was that person mistaken?
I wonder if that's Lego, because people have definitely painted a Lego eagle, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah. They said it was a pirates themed set, so I'm assuming that did Lego do a pirates theme set also? Because there's Pirates of the Caribbean pirates, and there's that Pirates where it has a Y in it for pirates.
Yeah.
Lego had a pirate series, but I don't remember a bird.
Yeah, I got a few of those little figures.
A bird with the wings spread till I think they have an eagle.
Yeah, somebody was telling me because like I gave up, but every once in a while I would go to like those learning centers, toy shops where they have learning board games and things like that, and they would have little miniature, like Noah's Ark, animals and things. And I'm thinking, like, if I went through their stock they have there, I might find the right scale of an eagle or something, and then I could just paint it. But I couldn't find anything that wouldn't be considered like a huge bird, or it would just be an eagle, and it's already with the wings tucked in a sitting position. I'm like, I already have that. I want an eagle that's the same scale that I could paint to have Zor, in his flight mode. I was really expecting that to be an easy task, but it's turned out it's completely frivolous.
Yeah, it is weird. I don't know why they didn't give us a flying bird.
What are they waiting for?
I don't know. Let's throw them in another set.
Right. Yeah. What I would imagine, obviously, it makes sense that Screech would, in his sitting mode, would come with Snake Mountain, but I'm also thinking, for the variation of it, the exclusive may be the spread wings version, and then we would have Zor in his perched version, and then Screech is in his wings open version. And for a long time, that would be the mainstay, and then eventually they would swap it in the future to that we finally get a Zor, because they have to give people the opportunity to do customs. They'll get their hands on 2 Screeches, so one they can repaint into Zor before the actual licensed product comes out.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'll just go Lego route if I have to. I think those aren't cheap though. I think one time I looked and they're at least $6 a piece. Like,
that's not bad.
There isn't just a stash of eagles out there that are super cheap.
But where can you find them?
Yeah, Bricklink.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I mean, look, everything's on Bricklink. It doesn't mean it's cheap, but everything is on Bricklink.
Right.
So.
Right. Well, that's marketing. You can have it 3 ways. You can have it fast. You can have it cheap. And you can have it high quality, but you can only pick 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something like that.
You've heard that before?
I have.
Yeah. Sales rep.
Yeah, you don't get all 3.
No.
I'm not
And
familiar with the Thunder Punch He-Man, but is that pretty much correct with how the vintage one looked?
No, that don't look right. I mean, it looks fine, but
it's close. I'm not sure.
Thunder Punch, he had some sort of a spinning. There's like these balls on the end.
Nah,
spun.
That's Flying Fists.
Oh, Flying Fists?
Yeah, that's it. Got Thunder Punch right here. That's pretty much him. He's got a shield. He's the one. See, you put the caps in his backpack.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was. I was just gonna say, what's the gimmick?
So his shield holds one of those round cap things back in the day. So that's what his shield is there on the figure. And I don't remember the exact color of the sword, but I think it was yellowish. It's pretty close. And actually, look at that. Even his boot cuffs. He's got the white or grayish, whitish fur on the boot cuffs.
Oh yeah,
It looks like he's got red gauntlets too on.
yeah. I see a wristband on there.
Yeah, it's too bad that Ram Man isn't bigger. I was really hoping for a bigger Ram Man, but I guess that's Filmation style. He's not a monster in that one.
Well, I wonder if you could kind of custom out just by using his armor pieces to custom out with other previous was the there was like a troll character, an orc character from the World of Warcraft. That's the size body he should have had.
Yeah.
He should have been, noticeably bigger. But it has to fit within the system. That's why with the like Halo, all the characters were the exact same size, even though the Spartans should have been, comparably, if a Marine is 6 foot tall, the Spartans are like 7 or 8 feet tall, and then the alien race, the elites, were also, they were like 9 or 10 feet tall. But when you get the toy, everyone's all the same size because of the system. So it does make sense that Ram Man is in the proper proportions, but he seems so much smaller because he's the same size as everyone else. But yeah, I remember in the cartoon, he seemed shorter because he would squat down before he would spring and jump. But still, that goes off of the weight in plastic that it's hard to get everyone. If you're going to have some characters that are smaller, shorter characters, they have to include some sort of extra. Orko is going to be a little guy. So how do you justify Orko being in the package by himself, costing just as much as Ram Man, who would be a bigger character? They got to throw some extras in there, or they make the bigger character smaller and they make the smaller character slightly too bigger, so everyone is copacetic.
Can you blow that picture up, Nate?
Yeah, higher resolution.
Make it any bigger. That's as large as it'll go.
I was just wondering if the legs attach the same way or if they have interchangeable legs.
For Ram Man, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. The knee joints, I don't know, don't the knee joints look kind of different?
Well, I mean, I don't know if they attach like the normal.
He's wearing like a little skirt piece,
side, or if they would actually go straight up into his tunic. I don't know if his tunic is solid or
rubbery.
I bet you that's one of the little rubbery tunics, and those are regular legs.
Yeah,
like the Game of Thrones dress. The female's dress. It's kind of rubbery.
Or the old Vikings, the female, that one, she's got a small rubber tunic on, like a little rubber dress on like that.
Because you can see shadow where it looks like where the knee would be, where it would bend. And so then, because if you're going to have a bending joint, you're going to have those missing pieces behind his knees, so there's room for his knee to bend.
Yeah.
So it's gonna have like a weird. It's gonna interrupt that Michelin Man pant leg that he had.
What do y'all feel about the cell shading? Someone said that was from like a Revelations kind of.
That's my call. I don't know. I don't need it, but it's kind of interesting. I like the pink, the more Filmation style Adam. I wonder if you can wash the cell shading off of it.
Maybe take alcohol to it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The only thing I don't
Turpentine.
like about them is if you have them in with your regular figures, they stand out.
Yeah, they're gonna look a little weird with the others.
I like the He-Man armor though. I mean, I might take that off and put it on a standard He-Man or something.
Right.
Hopefully there's some other cool accessories. Maybe there's a Zoar in there with the wings out. They put a bunch of different weapons in the Beastman pack, right? You got to give us more than 2 power swords.
Yeah, the Beastman pack's got a variety of weapons in it, didn't it?
Yeah.
See if I got one close.
I wonder what they'll do though, because granted, I'm still assuming this is a 2-pack, but they're not really going to call it a versus pack, right? If it's Adam and He-Man.
Oh, I don't know. Is that the idea? Is this supposed to come? They're coming together?
I don't know. That was my
maybe
guess.
they got them switched, but because I was thinking the same thing, it would make sense that the Skeletor with the dragon on his back would come with his faux He-Man. But where does Screech the bird fit in with this?
That's Snake Mountain.
Definitely.
The only question marks are the 2 cell-shaded Adam and He-Man.
Because you remember a while back when news about Snake Mountain first came out, I remember talking to someone about the Skeletor with the dragon. It would be odd if that ended up being the exclusive, because that would be like his pet, and there would be some sort of a reference to that, that figure at Snake Mountain. And I'm wondering still, is it confirmed? Is that going to be the Snake Mountain
It is
Skeletor,
confirmed.
or is he going to be sold loose or in a multi-pack?
No, I think it's pretty heavily confirmed.
What?
Yeah.
What?
When you
It
look
is?
at Snake Mountain, yeah. When you look at this picture and you see the
Yeah.
cell-shaded Prince Adam and the cell-shaded He-Man, those are the only 2 that are not included with Snake Mountain. Everyone else is Snake Mountain.
Yeah, because they had listed them.
Because generally your vehicles will come with 2 figures.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see Ram Man in a vehicle pack. Or that.
I just noticed that Web Store doesn't come with his gun.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about that. Is it
Maybe that.
attached to his back or something?
No, that's the grappling hook.
It'll be. Oh yeah, I guess these are these shots are from the website, but still, I bet the gun could still be there in the set.
His grappling hook?
Yeah,
No, his gun.
Apparently it works.
I mean, if you had to,
Yeah.
you could use one from the Castle set or the Point Dread set.
Yeah, because we already got that, that anchor that was with the Talon, or not the Talon fighter, the Wind Raider, so they already have, that in their inventory. And then I'm wondering, would they have to issue or come up with a new piece that's the actual grappling hook, or is there a grappling hook from some other set that I'm not aware of from the past? Like maybe did the Pirates set have a grappling hook? Pirates use grappling hooks.
But I mean, so the description says that this grappling hook works. So apparently there's a string.
Sure, it does.
So whether or not, and I'm going to wager that it's a brand new thing if it's
Right.
working. So I don't know if it works as well as the old vintage figure, but I'm guessing it's new.
It's where like it self winds, or because like a grappling hook works, it's just a hook and you just hook it on something. Of course, it's going to work, but it doesn't have like a retractable.
There's a
You push
feature.
a button and it retracts. That would be awesome. That's almost like that's too good for me. We're not good enough for that.
Now the description lists some kind of feature. I think it even said like zip line grappling hook. Like it does
That
something.
sounds even better.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'd have to look it up. I can't remember.
Oh, hey, I wonder now. The original feature for the ring on the helmet of Trapjaw, that was left over from a previous Mattel figure that they just recycled his head, but he was supposed to have a zipline feature that ran through that ring in his head for him to come sliding down a zip line. And of course, I don't remember Trapjaw ever having that feature, but they still had that ring on his head.
Yeah, they left the ring, didn't
Do you
they?
remember hearing about that in one of those the Toys That Made Us episode? Or there was also that documentary about the powers of Castle Grayskull, and they were talking about where they got the idea to make certain figures. And I'm like, yeah, they still have that ring.
I'm sure I ran string through that ring at some point.
Fishing wire.
Yeah.
Run some fishing wire through there.
Probably in my house.
Like, it just doesn't make it's all for fun. It's all just fun. Physics don't matter. It doesn't. Anatomy doesn't matter.
I'd still love to know the final color on Snake Mountain.
Yeah, that what do you call it? A prototype they have. The last picture I saw was still just haphazard colors, and when I saw it, I'm thinking, oh, that looks horrible. It doesn't look anything like the original one. Then I realized this is the same old picture that we saw like a year ago.
Yeah, just a prototype.
Because I'm assuming some of like the lava flow waterfall part, that's going to be clear pieces, right?
I don't know.
Because I had a Promethean set that was a Halo, and most of the, like, it came with a couple of base plates that were like that orange clear transparent plastic, and then you added other different shades of like red and orange pieces to it, and it was almost like, they were the battle was taking over a lava area. And so, like, they already have that sort of thing for their inventory of having those transparent orange pieces. And, like, that would be quite a miss if they didn't do those pieces in transparent orange plastic.
Yeah,
it light it from behind.
The what now?
I said if they did do it in the translucent pieces, you could light it from behind. They have light.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what I was thinking. Is because, like, now I'm not sure what else it's been marketed towards, but for Transformers, someone was selling a Tesla coil set, if you know how a Tesla coil works, and they're wireless LEDs, and they just have like little sticker backings on them, and they're little tiny, they almost look like little gems. And when you place the item that you stick these lights, so-called lights on, it glows on the inside. And then when you move it away, it, because it doesn't have the it's almost like a radio signal. But my point being, micronization of some of these different lights that now I'm seeing, like, for how big the little pill-sized battery is, that's how small the light is, that it was so easy to hide lights. Like earlier when I was asking about the hollow space inside the Havoc staff, that is there enough room in there that you can put little tiny lights in there with a little battery source or the Tesla coil source that to make them things light up, that with that Snake Mountain with the transparent pieces, you could very easily put in some little tiny lights in there to light that thing up.
Right.
I put
Nate, I
lights
was just
inside of
looking at that.
remember the at Walker from what, like 1982 when they came out for Empire Strikes Back. I got it's a third of an inch thick, little tiny square. It's got little LEDs in it, and I stuck that up inside. And I got inside like neon lighting or track lighting on the inside of the at Walker for the stormtroopers inside.
Nice.
Nate, I was
I
just looking
figured-
at those black plates that you're working with. They would make for excellent dark smoke.
Dark smoke.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Granamir's
that?
home. Granamir's home.
Oh, right. Yeah. Is that jet black, or is that like a really dark shade of gray?
No, it's jet black. It's pretty black.
It's an inky looking black.
Yeah, because I recognize that from the cryo chamber of Halo. They had a cryo chamber with the Master Chief in it, and that was one of those things that, like, when I compare, the typical black Mega Bloks brick, but then you're like, well, this base plate is black, but then when you put it next to a black brick, you realize it's actually a really, really dark shade of gray. And from looking at it from what I see here, it looks like jet black. That's why I asked, but is it actually dark gray?
Yeah, on this set they've got black, they've got gray, they've got dark gray. It's a little annoying.
Pewter, like pewter.
Yeah.
But it's hard to distinguish on the instructions.
Yeah, they are, but then you can eliminate one of the colors from the others because there's a 1x2 45-degree slope that only comes in the gray. So then you can realize, okay, this whole wall back here is that color,
Those squiggly things that are on the instructions, are those trees?
Vines?
Was it this thing I just built?
That's all
Yeah,
one
it's
piece?
Tree branch, yeah.
Fright zone. That'd be perfect for the fright zone.
Could be. We're getting close to the end of this thing already. It's not that big of a build.
And then that shade of purple, is that like a lavender purple or grape?
Oh, which one you?
Oh, there is. Okay, that's what I was wondering. There is two shades. Yeah,
There's two
there
shades,
is,
and then you've got,
lavender and grape.
and then there's the marble too. So I mean, it's a mix of both of them with green in it. I don't know if you can see that. It's
Yeah,
got green,
I've got
black,
some.
and
I've
two
got some
purple.
pieces like that.
Yeah, it's all right. So now I got to figure out. Yeah, I mean, some of the marbling on this, like I thought this was a black 1x2. It's actually purple. It's got one marbled corner.
Is there some like yellow gold in with that marbling?
No, it's a green, like a neon green.
Okay, yeah, it might be a type of like a neon green. But in like a big bag of miscellaneous pieces I had gotten, I had isolated a whole bunch of those marbled pieces like that were, marbled purple, black, and then there was some sort of a golden greenish. It's hard to describe the color, but I later on found out that they were all Monster High pieces. And then how far back is that set from? Is that like from like 2010? Do you know?
I don't know. What if it gives us manufacturing? This says 2015 Mega Brands on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it gives me.
I'm going to investigate some of those Chima.
Some of the Chima.
Yeah, I think some of it can be adaptable.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of cool parts in Chima sets. So a lot of old Halo sets also. That's why I've gotten a lot of parts for, like the Castle Grayskull I was trying to build before they released Castle Grayskull. I was using a lot of Halo Pelican parts, which is probably sacrilegious to a lot of folks listening. You know, like, but yeah, I mean, how many times I bought an incomplete, incomplete Halo sets, that green they use for their ships. And then Pokemon sets. What was that Pokemon set I shared one time in our chat? I wonder if I can find that again.
I'm anxious to see that.
The fountain?
No,
Yeah,
it's a combination of like different terrains all in one.
did I put that in our group chat?
I think so.
Let me see if it shows up in the photos there.
That set has pillars also? Are those pillars?
Yes.
And I remember there being like 3 or 4 different versions of pillars. There was one pillar that was the Greek Roman style that had the little scrolls at the top, and then that's the one that's segmented. And then there was pillars that were meant to be more like a wooden style pillar. That's just one.
Yeah, no, these
one
are
straight tube. Which one do you have there? Is that the Greco-Roman?
yes. This is like the Roman style. It's supposed to be a concrete pillar outside of a crypt.
Right. Yeah, those go way back. Those were originally, the first time I saw those were from the Worlds of Warcraft set.
Okay.
We were talking about Adam a while ago. I wonder if we'll get an Adora since we got She-Ra, and what will it come with?
I think I don't see why we wouldn't. And what would she come with?
Cowl?
But I mean, would she come with a vehicle? Would she come with a play set?
Did I hear a while back they said they're not going to have single carded figures anymore? Or is that a bad dream? You remember
I said that. Yeah, that was an interview I read online. They discussed that they were not going to do the single carded figures anymore. They wanted to just release figures within vehicle packs.
Yeah. But does that exclude verses, where it's 2 figures with a bunch of extras in there?
I think it's got to be like a cost-effective thing. I wish they would do like they do those Halo, the Call of Duty 3-packs and 4-packs and the Halo, what do they call them, fire teams?
Yeah.
Where it's like, a group. I'd like to see army packs like that, like 4 palace guards and a man-at-arms or something.
Yeah, yeah.
But
That just makes sense.
They're just so slow to getting around to releasing these things.
Actually, Chris, so the you might be onto something, because the official definition said that MCX Heroes, which Masters of the Universe fit under that. They never called it Masters of the Universe Heroes. Just for some reason, they literally put those 3 waves of single carded Masters figures under the Heroes line. So Heroes is Ninja Turtles, all the video game characters. It was all Heroes.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I
this
remember.
Touch Halo, because Halo's still running. But MCX Heroes is what was officially discontinued in the single carded line. So you're right. versus pack. That's not a Heroes release. Maybe that's how they'll do it. You know, that could be true. We
What
just
is
know
this
that
we're looking at right here? This Mega Pokemon.
That's the big Pokemon set they've been talking about. It's going to be released.
Yeah.
It's 4 different sets, but the amount of parts in there for building displays and building terrain is going to be amazing. But I've
Wow.
heard it's got about $100 price on it or more.
Oh man.
It's 1,400 pieces, but you got 4 Pokemon in there, and you got a little building, so you got some parts. Not super desirable for us, but
You got 3 to 4 different kinds of terrain.
yeah.
I think unless it's like a crazy price, I think you can get Lego terrain parts that are probably cheaper than buying. That thing's got to be $100,
Yeah, it probably
80
will.
or 90. So
Got a
that's,
lot of trees.
well, Nate and I were talking about that WeBrick website. You can get a little over 600 of these 75-degree slopes. That's like kilograms worth. And I think the price, it comes out to about 6 or 9 cents a piece. It's way better than Lego. So I'm ordering some. We'll see how they look, but they sound pretty good. And it'd be way cheaper than buying that Pokemon set.
Are they in the U.S.?
Nah, they're based out of China. They're literally, the bank charges Hong Kong, and it shut down. First time I tried to pay for it, Wells Fargo said, nope, we're not letting that fly. And I had to call them and get them to okay it because
Come on,
the
please.
Chinese
Red.
bank.
Yeah.
What do they think you? What do they think you were doing?
Well, they just thought it was a BS charge, you know.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
because you were, large purchase overseas. Yeah, they flag it every time.
Yeah.
How far back do you remember? There was man, back in the late 90s, they were contacting a bunch of different people to buy certain computer components from one corporation and then have them shipped to a different location. And long story short, it turned out that it was terrorists that to cover their tracks, they were getting just any American citizen to order microchips from Japan, and then instead of having them shipped to their house, have them shipped to a different location, and then they would send you like a bunch of money. And I'm like, yeah, I ain't doing that. But I remember hearing about that being a thing, and I'm like, who fell for that?
I guess quite a few people.
I don't know.
I remember hearing something about that.
But you remember hearing about that in the news back in the late 90s?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. But I'm wondering, are they still, heads up on that kind of thing? That like, it's been a while, but I remember at one time, a lot of times I was ordering or pre-ordering Transformers directly from China. Because I wanted to, at one point be the first kid on my block to, to have a certain item, for bragging rights, and I'd have to order directly from China. And I don't do that anymore. But I'm wondering, like, is that red flags now? No pun intended. Red flag.
Big red flags now. No, you can still order parts. I've ordered the occasional toy here and there, but I think Brian did a substantial.
His mic is off right now.
Substantial purchase, yeah.
Yeah, dog's barking.
Was that order from Sand Green, Brian?
Some of it, and I don't need quite as much of that at this point. It was actually there's a lot of olive green. There's that company makes parts in olive green that Lego doesn't. So if you want some parts for Grayskull to change up the color a little bit, you can get unique parts. And actually, they have sand green parts too that Lego doesn't make in sand green too.
That'd be
So-
cool. Yeah, I'd be interested in what you get. Like I said, if you want to offload some my way to help
Yeah,
yourself on the
When you get them, you have to do a color match and see how well the color matches up to the existing colors.
Yeah, I will. Apparently, they're pretty good though. There's lots of reviews online. They're stealing the IP pretty well, so which is good. At least if you want it, it's good. I figure I don't have anything to lose because I mean we're all kind of alchemists if we'll mix Lego and Mega together, so I don't care.
That's true.
Who cares if it's a third-party knockoff of a Lego brick as long as it looks good?
Well, what's your definition of a knockoff?
Not official Lego? I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Technically, Lego stole the design from somebody else, so I think.
Honestly, I don't care. That's kind of what I'm saying. I don't care that other people say it's a knockoff. I just don't care.
You know, it's funny you say that because you know my crystal falls that I did. All those are out of taco blocks, and for some reason taco blocks are a little bit thicker. They have different angles on some of their slope pieces, but it kind of worked.
So they're different. They're not the same as Lego parts.
Some of the plates are thicker than Lego plates and Mega Construx plates. Some of their slope pieces have a different angle on the slope. Yeah. I mean, they're still compatible. They're still attached, but you know they are different thicknesses.
Have you seen the new Lego Optimus Prime that everyone's talking about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I've already got my money aside for it.
Are you gonna get it?
I am.
That thing's big, man. Like the shoulders. Those things are 4 stud wide plates on the top of the shoulders.
Yeah.
Because from what I understand, it's transformable. It's not parts forming. In the past, I've seen sets where you can build it as the robot and then you can disassemble it and build it as the tractor trailer truck. But from what I understand, this thing actually transforms without you having to take it apart. Am I misunderstanding that? That's why it's so
you're
big.
right. It's designed to it folds up on its own.
But it kind of reminds me, you know, it's not the same thing, but those jet sets that they had, Mega Bloks had years ago, I don't know, like 20 years ago or something, that it was like you build it one way and it's a robot, and then you build it another way and it's a jet, and it had those ball joint sockets in there that, you know, we kind of forgot about them, and then when they bring back those ball sockets, it's like it's a new thing. And I'm like, oh no, those ball sockets are from those transforming jet sets they had back in like 2001.
Yeah.
And but whereas it's still, there's some parts forming where you got to take it apart and then rebuild it. It's not strictly, you know, transforming like this Optimus Prime.
Have any of y'all ever dealt with the Creo, the Transformer brand or Hasbro brand Creo?
Yep, I got a bunch of them.
They don't seem
to hold together very well. I've got the Terradrome, and it falls apart all the time. I don't know if the plates are just so big that it won't.
Yeah. Clutch.
Yeah. Yeah, the clutch.
So how far are you on that? Completing that set?
I'm about done with the part I want to build, because the rest of it's the DJ booth and the dance floor. It looks like, okay, so they've hidden the speakers inside the grave, so I may do that. But as far as...
Does it have stickers?
No stickers. Hold on, let me... So yeah. But yeah, here it is. I like the little neon skulls. They look good. But yeah, that piece that would go right here was that dance floor. It would shine a light down inside here. The dance floor would go right here in the middle. It's supposed to be a DJ booth. And then the graves are supposed to be the turnaround is to be the speakers. The last thing I can put on it is the.
Are you gonna make it Skeletor's dance floor?
No, I was just gonna
Just-
make it part of the.
Disco Skeletor is a thing.
Nate,
There we
you
go.
could add those. You could add those tombs you got from the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, really. I mean, this could just be part of my graveyard. Yeah, I could just.
Actually, doesn't that have some graves that you put in there?
It's got.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Tombstones?
Yeah, that dollar store, those dollar store graveyard pieces.
Yeah.
Those would be perfect.
Now this has got like.
Speaking of that, hold on one second. I'll be right back.
It's got like these things right here, but you're supposed to spin this part around, and it's gonna have speakers on the backside.
Oh.
So yeah, I'd rather use this the castle wall than use those dollar store graves on the sides.
Huh.
Looks
Were
like
those-
there was.
Have you seen that spinner part in other Mega sets?
I did do this.
Hold
See if
on,
I can see what you
there.
got there. Oh, graveyard.
Oh, nice.
I wanted to do one of those statues of King Grayskull in the middle,
I got you.
but
Is
I
that done
never
out of
could.
Legos or is that the dollar store?
The Dollar Tree stuff, oh, and
Nice.
the extra Grayskull pieces. But yeah, I never could find the particular pieces I needed to do the Grayskull. I'm still waiting, still looking.
All right. Well, we're right at the 1 hour mark, so I'm going to end the live stream. So thank you, gentlemen, for joining me again on the panel. And hope everyone that watches this enjoyed this week's show. And we will see you next time.
Next week.